Well, we've certainly seen better days. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. Previously, we helped out the kids in Faron Woods and eventually rescued them from their captors. And we were just about to depart for Hyrule Castle until we got ambushed by another batch of creatures we'd never seen before. Long story short, we tried chasing them and eventually wound up like this. Today, we're gonna try to find our way out of this prison and figure out just what the heck's going on now. We could try escaping all we want, but we're still bound by the chain. I found you! Oh, aren't you scary? Are you sure you want to be doing that? Snarling and glaring at me? Well, that's too bad. I was planning on helping you, if you were nice. That's much better. You humans are obedient to a fault, aren't you? Oops, but you aren't a human anymore, aren't you? You're a beast. There. You be a good boy and calm down. No need to bite. You look kind of surprised. So, I bet you're wondering where exactly are we? Well, I'll make you a deal. If you could get over here, maybe I'll tell you. Well, it's not like we got any other choice in the matter. And besides, this thing, or whatever it was, did free us from our chain, even though our chain's still wrapped around our wrist, which is a pretty cool look to our wolf form, I must say. In any case, we'll do what this creature says and bust our way out. Crash that crate, and we can dig on through, and just like that, we're on the other side. I guess you're not completely stupid after all. Listen, I like you, so I think I'll get you out of here. But in exchange for my help, you have to do exactly as I say. If you need any help from me, just press L to give me a sign. So are we all clear? Good. Now come on, get moving. Well, little touchy, aren't we? Well, in any case, we are now bound, I guess, to this creature that's now riding us. And like it or not, it's gonna be staying on our back for the time being. We can't go over here. I use L to target this chain. Try pressing ZL. After that, well, you'll figure it out. So we'll do what she says, and that activates that gate. I actually think we couldn't get out the door, so that's why we had to go escape this way. So in wolf form, we retained some of our attacks what we had with the sword, but now we can not only dig around, but dash as well. We'll get to that momentarily, as we ran to a little flame here. Want to see something interesting? You're a beast, remember? Press X to hold your senses to poke around. So if you do just that, you get to see that this flame turns into a human form. Can't run any farther. That's far enough, right? I'll be safe here, I think. What was that noise? Don't anything come near me. Well, this guy turns out to be very frightened, but of what we're not aware of. We can press X again to deactivate that little vision. That's our senses, as this creature did mention. That was a soldier spirit. Maybe it's someone from the other world. There are lots of those spirits roaming around here, you know. Hone your sense with X to see them. They might know things. That's something we'll have to keep in mind for the time being in our new wolf form. So to dash, we can press, I believe, B? No, B is our attack. But we can press A while moving to break it into a dash. You'll slow down after a bit, so you can press A in a bit of a rhythm to keep the dash going for as long as you want. Break. Oh, the break, we're gonna destroy that thing. I believe that was a shadow vermin we took out. We can open that with that chain. Nothing really, nothing really comes out of it, but we can't go inside. And get ourselves a blue ruby for that crate. So right now we're in like a sewer area of sorts. Our main objective is to find our way out of here. I doubt you're used to your new body yet, so I'll just tell you. Think about how you fought enemies in your human form. Just because your shape has changed doesn't mean your instincts have as well. I did actually mention that, so it was pretty cool that this creature did mention that we can't fight in our, I guess, human ways like we could regularly. But you get what I mean. We retain our human attacks like we could do before as a wolf now. You lower that shade. I can take out this thing too. Also break that skull. Had a heart, but we couldn't really get it because we were at full health already. Over there. Lower that shade. And that's gonna raise the water level. That's not gonna open that gate though, but using this water level will help us get over those spikes over there. Before we do that, there's another cheat over here we can pull down. And that frees another shadow vermin. Those things can swim on the water as well, so it's best to leave them near a surface like we just did to get a better vantage point on attacking them. Because you can't attack enemies when you're, I was gonna say swimming, but you're actually dog paddling. You can't press A while swimming to dash a little faster while swimming as well. But that's about all you can do when you're doing swim controls. Over here, there's another flame, a soldier spirit that the creature mentioned that we can't interact with. What are these black things? Where are they coming from? And how do we get out of here? Well, with our assistance, we might be able to help with that soldier with his problem. There we go. Didn't really get a good attack on it before, but we recovered very quickly. This way, over here. I'll be waiting for you, but you'll have to help yourself for a change. This little thing is quite the mood little 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 demon, isn't she? Alright kids, we got more vermin to take out. No heart over there. I was kinda hoping there was one that would show up. But at least we could go inside this hole. Here's another rupee though. So fun fact, Tetra from Wind Waker was actually a placeholder for this creature to be used as like a rider when they were making this game. It's pretty cool that they did use something from Wind Waker to like help themselves out during development. There's actually a lot of connections between this game and Wind Waker when it comes to like Twilight Princess's development cycle, and I'll be happy to talk about more about that as we do go through more of the game. Spec postures, there's to fight them. I actually thought that was the same soldier we just talked with, or actually listened to. It was that guy over there I was thinking of. What will happen if I pull this down? Ah, more vermin, that's what I thought. If you get attacked while you're in senses, you'll be knocked out of your sense back into, I guess, reality, or just see the world around you, in other words. So don't think you can't be your senses forever. It is wise to go into it every once in a while, but not stay there all the time. And there's a way to lower the water level here, because we did see a hole that we can go down or go through, but it was on the ground level, so we had to lower the water level to access that new passageway, which I think was over here. No, that's where we had to swim over to begin with. The wolf idea came from the series producer of Zelda, Eiji Aonuma. How he came up with this concept? Come on, there we go. Enter, thank you. Was that he was dreaming he was a wolf that was locked in a cell, kind of like how we ended up when we started this episode. This happened to him in a dream when he was overseas on a business trip. When he woke up, he didn't know where he was. They want to have Wolf Lake to exist from the very beginning of the game, but they decided to ease in the wolf form in a more traditional intro for new players. I found this mentioned in the Zelda Encyclopedia. Actually, quite an interesting read the Zelda Encyclopedia was, and as well as the rest of the Dark Horse books that was based on Zelda knowledge and trivia. They're quite interesting reads. I suggest you give them a look through if you happen to have access to one or even all of them. Did the detour tire you out, little wolf? By the way, are you using X to hold your senses like you should? It looks like there are spirits in here. They're all soldiers. Where in the world could we be? You want out of here, right? Okay, we're off. Now how to get out of here, that's what something we'll have to figure out. But looks like we already found our way to freedom. Also another vermin here we can take care of. Didn't really have to, but I just wanted to, just for the heck of it. That's my policy after all. Never leave anything alive. Make sure that we're the only surviving being in the entire place. I think if we get a good restart, nope, that's not gonna work. Ah, what are you doing? Hey, it's not my fault that the ground collapsed from under me. If you think you could call me fat, I would be really offended by that, Missy. That was actually meant to happen because that way we can learn about this mechanic. I guess I have to do everything for you. Look, I'll show you all the small ledges, so just press ZL to target me, and press A to jump to where I am. Now, this is just your way of learning how to Z-target, essentially. A basic function in most, if not all, the three Zelda games. It's a pretty common trope that these 3D titles do have, and something you'll be using quite a lot if you're playing at least one of these kinds of games. Like by the end of the game, you'll be used to Z targeting, and it'll act like a second second nature to you. It's really not hard to grasp at all. Throw all of these just to see what they'll all have inside. Rupees and health. Those like the two most important things I can get right now. We'll make our way over here. Grab the bourbon. Take it out just to save. They're not too hard to fight at all. They only go down one hit. Then again, we are still in the early stages of the game, so it's not like we're encountering anything too hard right now. Just like that, we're at the top of the staircase. Oh, we now got these bats to worry about. These are shadow keys. They may look different, but they still act like ordinary keys, and they're just as easy to eliminate. Actually, a lot more boxes here too. This is a good opportunity to show off the spin attack that we still retain. Just hold down, I'll say hold down Z, hold down B, and after a while you'll be able to do a spin attack. I wonder if... No, it doesn't happen. Maybe what I'm thinking of will come a little later, but there's supposed to be an indication for you to know that there's a cooldown to your spin attack. We'll get into that a little later on. I think it's still too early to even mention something like that. But that's a little tidbit that you should keep in mind for later on. Well, if you go to the top, you might figure it out. That's exactly what we'll do with the girl's assistance. Let's target her. Oh, come on. I know I am pressing at the right time. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, I guess I wasn't pressing fast enough. That was my problem. I thought that rhythm wouldn't matter as long as I was locking on to the creature, but that wasn't the case. Now we find ourselves outside, but things seem to look a little more dreary than what we've been used to up until now. So, we were finally able to get out. And look at the sky. Isn't the black cloud of Twilight looking beautiful today? Do you know what this is? You still don't know? Look, there's someone I want to introduce you to, but I'll need you to go to that tower to do it. Considering that you are our only guide, Missy, we'll have no other choice but to follow your exact orders, despite your attitude. So I'll keep pressing forward and go to that tower that this little demon thing mentioned. It's more like an imp, actually. So there are even spirits up here, huh? This whole spirit thing is pretty new to you, isn't it? Even though these guys can see those monsters, they don't know a thing about you. If you think I'm lying, why don't you check it out? Use X to hold your senses. What? What are these monstrous birds? What in the world is happening here? Ah, our poor Hyrule Castle. Apparently, we somehow made to Hyrule Castle, just not the form that we expected, I suppose. Talk about a short trip. That wasn't the person I wanted you to meet, by the way. Well, let's just try and get to that tower. As if our goal hasn't changed yet, after all, we're just following your orders at the moment. At least it's better than just running around wondering what the heck is going on and where we are. Okay, so now we got to worry about this thing. This is a Shadow Kargarok, if I remember correctly. These things can be a little tricky to take down. No, I didn't want to hit L. Yes, I know. We'll get to that momentarily. We just got some bags to take out. That's what I was trying to say. That Shadow Kargarok can be a little tricky to take out, but the key to defeating it is patience. Just wait for it to charge in, and then when it does, after you do back off, That's the moment to jump at it, and you can take it out. Only 2 strikes to eliminate it. So don't try to like rush into them. Rush in trying to fight them too much. Too much. Then we can go over here. Press L again. Look, just a little farther. We'll keep hopping over. Gotta say, that feature is really handy. It looks quite cool too, depending on how the camera angles are positioned. We're not worried about more of these card rocks. We can't ignore them, but there's like 3 of these annoying birds here, so I'm just gonna go with my usual strategy and just take them out so that way nothing bothers us when we progress even further. Yeah, that's right. Bite them all up by the nose, or their mouth, or whatever that big red thing is at the center of their head looks like. I mean, it could be their eye for all we know. Or their mouth, or their teeth. We don't know that. Their faces look really, really weird, let's say. So make our way down. We can't go down here, but there's no reason to go over there. So we'll just keep heading on up. Through this door, we'll get to meet a very familiar face. Midna? You remember my name? What an honor for me. So, this is the one for whom you were searching. He's not exactly what I had in mind, but I guess he'll do. You were imprisoned. I am sorry. Poor thing. He has no idea where this is or what's happened. So, don't you think you should explain to him what you've managed to do? You owe him that much. Twilight Princess. Listen carefully. This was once the land where the power of the gods was said to slumber. This was once the kingdom of Hyrule. But that blessed kingdom has been transformed by the king that rules the twilight. It has been turned into a world of shadows, ruled by creatures who shun the light. It is time for you to choose. Surrender or die. Oh, yes, a question for all the ladded people of Hyrule. Life or death? Twilight covered Hyrule like a shroud, and without light, the people became as spirits. Within the twilight, they live on, unaware that they have passed into spirit forms. All the people know is fear, fear of a nameless evil. The kingdom succumbed to Twilight, but I remain its princess. I am Zelda. You don't have to look so sad. We actually find it to be quite livable. I mean, is perpetual twilight really all that bad? Midna, this is no time for levity. The shadow beasts have been searching far and wide for you. Why is this? Why indeed? You tell me. Time has grown short. The guard will soon make its rounds. You must leave here quickly. Well, looks like we got a lot more information, so what's been going on now? And we now know the identity of who this writer is. Midna. And she seems to be very fond about this twilight space that we're engulfed in right now. Also, we got to meet Zelda. Please, you must leave quickly before the guard comes. And we'll do just that. Next time, we'll head out that door and back to the twilight once again. Hopefully, to find our way out of here. Sooner, much rather than later. Until we meet again, farewell for now.